name is Masum Alakyok. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my last ayahuasca journey. I'll in another video talk about how it is being a guide for ayahuasca. I work with a company called Maria-Theresa, where I'm a volunteer, and I want to make a video about that as well. But today I'm going to talk about my last ayahuasca journey that happened last Friday. It was a part of a setting where Maria-Theresa was experimenting with new methods because they're working with it therapeutically. So sometimes you need to see, can this work? So he's not gonna go and give the clients something completely new before having tried it on his guides. And it was good because some of it didn't work and some of it did work, what he had brought with new things. So it was a successful weekend, I suppose, for him. Them. Half of the company was there. So I had prepared, like last time, when I was a guide last time, I had spoken with my friend that we, in the guide weekend, we're gonna have this hell trip. We're gonna face our demons. Okay. So I had prepared for that. I was nervous. I was almost like half the time I was having anxiety attacks. I was like, shit, what am I doing? But I need to do it, man. I need to see my demons. So we come there on the day of the ceremony, and I get like a big glass of ayahuasca. Nothing happens. Music is playing. Nothing happens. The first time this happened as well. This is only my third time doing ayahuasca. Only one time can be enough for the rest of your life. Nothing happens. He starts singing. Nothing happens. I feel like a slight lip thing. Then it went away. Then he starts playing some new music that he was experimenting with, and whatever I got in that was some I've been watching Dexter lately, so let's just say it was a little bit violent. It wasn't scary at all. It was just, okay, I have snakes and stuff inside me, brains, okay, fine. If that, are you gonna give me that for 8 hours? Fine, ayahuasca, fine. And we work with intentions before going in, so my intention was actually not one intention. I had different intentions because I was not able, and I wanted like big answers. Was looking for getting some big answers in regards to my love life, in regards to where I'm going with my life. But I also had one more intention, which was to go a little bit outside of myself and see other people, because I have that kind of intuition. Nothing happens, man. Nothing happens. And I also had an intention about lying still like a vegetable, because someone said if you're having a very bodily ayahuasca experience, you're not going as deep. And I am, of course, I want to do things the best way. I'm like a geek in that sense. Perfectionist, you can say that. So at some point my body starts like, I have opened up a lot in my body since this ayahuasca thing, and I realized, I'm like, why am I moving? Why am I not lying still? Why are you giving me the same as the last time? She's like, dude. She didn't say dude, but she was like, Mother Ayahuasca, because you had to be silent your entire life, not moving your entire life. Oh, yes. Because my father was a psychopath. He was emotionally abusive my entire life. He was not a nice person. He was very manipulative. One of his best pastime things was to scream and yell at me for like 3 hours, and me crying. For like a small thing. Like if I had put the cup down in a certain way, and he got startled, he could yell at me for half an hour for frightening him, and I didn't have respect for him, and I was not a good daughter, that I couldn't take care of him, and I couldn't respect him. So when I'm with other people, let's say, I'm very cautious of my body language. I'm very closed off, and I'm aware of it. I know that I behave differently when I'm with my parents or with other people, and now I see, like, even when I'm with other people, like how I put my cup down, I'm like slowly, so it doesn't make a sound. I'm still doing this. I was thinking of it last week, um, before the ayahuasca. So she was like, you don't have to be silent. And then more things happened, in the sense of, I was like, why am I not getting these big epiphanies? Why am I so much present? And she was like, you have to, first of all, you don't have these demons. This is your own bullshit. It's all in your mind. You all made this up. You've worked with it. It's not there anymore. You're fine. And you have to learn to be happy with yourself. Because I was like very, like the other times, like it was like I was reborn, because we did exercises, especially the first time, where I was reborn. I am not born. I am taken up by cesarean. I almost died during birth. My mother almost died during birth. Well, both of us. It was emergency cesarean because she had preeclampsia badly. I was 1.9 kilos, tiny. I'm born too early, so that was very traumatic. They came out to my father. We don't know if anyone is gonna survive this. So the other 2 times in ayahuasca, it was like I was reborn. Like my body was feeling like ecstatic, exploding. This time it felt like now, like same thing. And I was like, why am I feeling the same? She's like, because you have to deal with what you have. Oh, alright, awesome. That was really good. And I'm starting to understand like I never understood the whole point of taking LSD, or maybe not LSD because that's chemical, but taking mushrooms. I never understood the psychedelic thing, how it's therapeutic, but I really see now how it can definitely, it does wonders. Like I've worked with myself, especially for the last 3 years, a lot, intensely, especially after my father passed away, and the last 5 months since I came back from India. It's been powerful, greatly powerful. And the ayahuasca has just made it like one more step deeper, because like I wasn't, my mother, we were so silenced into not saying anything about how my father was, that like it was such a taboo. Like nobody knew what was going on behind closed doors. And I just made a Facebook post about this. Like nobody like I was trying to scream for help, but then when people finally opened up, I couldn't tell, because my father was so manipulative that I had so deeply internalized shame for telling about how it was, because it was my own fault, right? There is one guy, I think, that I was dating, that he was probably the closest to like understanding how it was. But I had to withdraw from him, and I was like, yeah, I couldn't, even my closest friends, I couldn't tell them how it was. So now I'm going completely opposite. I'm just being completely open, because someone needs to talk about how it is living with a psychopathic parent. And when you're in it, you can't really, like, you can just protect yourself, you can just survive. The major thing is survival. And there's a person that I'm in contact with right now that I've been a major asshole. I know that. But he is not realizing that what happened in my life was 30 years. I don't think he wants to understand how serious it was. And if you're watching this, like, it was my entire life, I was someone else, trying to please my father. I was never myself. Even when my parents came to my house, I would put things a little bit differently, because I knew if I had my keys in a specific place, he would complain about it. Or if I had my wallet in a certain place, he would be like, that's not a good idea, you have to do it like this. Or I think it's a very good idea if you do it like this. And I'm like, okay, fine. And he would keep going for 2 hours about this issue. So I have to be open, and I think, especially also with ayahuasca, I'm taking a turn in my life where I am gonna do what I want to do. And I know what I want in my life, and that's more traditional kind of life, in a sense of having children, being home with them, having maybe a part-time job later on, and doing more spiritual work. So talking about ayahuasca is a big thing for me, because I am shutting down some channels because people don't understand ayahuasca. But it's very important for me because this is healing me so much in ways I never thought I could heal. Well, maybe I knew deeply inside. Yeah. So, well, I think that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my third ayahuasca journey, conversation with myself. If you have any question, feel free to comment down below. Be nice. You can also write me on my email, masumalakyok@gmail.com. I will write it down there. It's gonna be in the description. And if you like, share and subscribe. It's down there on the red button. Yeah, thank you very much. Take care. Bye.